but the one that I am now pretty much certain on is Washington on Christmas Day against the Cowboys at Northwest Stadium. The whole schedule will be out tonight. You're seeing, I'm sure, if you're following this, a lot of leaks coming out. Did the Junkies actually use my tweet as breaking news?
They didn't use it as breaking news, but they did mention it to close out the show that it was tweeted out by you.
Okay. Yeah, I feel very confident that the information that I have is accurate and that Washington is going to host Dallas on Christmas Day. It'll be a Netflix game, probably the first game at 1 p.m., not the 4:30 p.m. Game. It looks like already, according to, I don't know if this is an official announcement from the league, but it looks like KC Denver is going to be the Christmas night game. And so there will be two others because it's going to be a triple header on Christmas Day. And to be honest with you, I don't know if Netflix has all three games or just two of the three, but Washington-Dallas will be a Netflix Christmas Day game at Northwest Stadium. I got a couple of other things that I'm just trying to get confirmed. Here's the one thing that I'm just going to tell you. I've gotten some of these things right in recent years, and separate from the mock, schedule. The mock schedule is the mock schedule. It's a bit. Now, I'm going to be right about them not playing on Thanksgiving, which many of you pushed back on and said, you're wrong. They're going to play in Madrid. They're going to have a bye week, and then they're going to play the Cowboys on Thanksgiving. And I said, I had the guy that makes the schedule on the show back in mid-April, and he kind of presented Madrid, no Thanksgiving, or Madrid or Thanksgiving as an either or. And once Madrid was confirmed, and I went with Madrid on my mock, I went no Thanksgiving. And it looks like, my God, that's a blockbuster. Cowboys and Chiefs on Thanksgiving Day was announced officially, right? I think it was. Or maybe Schefter had it, which might as well be official. That means the Cowboys and the Chiefs are playing on both Christmas and Thanksgiving. That Chiefs-Cowboys game on Thanksgiving, I don't know, maybe the Cowboys will stink. It usually doesn't matter as long as they're in the game. But I've seen all of the reports, too, from the guy that's breaking the Giants schedule that Washington's going to open up with the Giants on Sunday, September 7th. That's not the sexiest of openers, but I think still Washington's going to have their fair share of highlighted games, high-profile games, prime-time games. Wouldn't surprise me if the Chiefs game at Arrowhead that Washington has is a prime-time game, and it certainly wouldn't surprise me if, like, the Packers are a prime-time game at Lambeau, maybe early in the season. We'll see on that. I'll let you know if I get confirmation on some of the other stuff that I've learned as the show goes on. But yeah, I've had multiple sources confirm Washington, Dallas, Christmas Day in Landover on Netflix, not the night game. And I was told that it's more likely than not the first game of the day rather than the 4:30 p.m. We'll see. That's more of a probably 1 p.m. versus 4:30. Schedule day, everybody. God, this day has turned into something else. I mean, it's not that long ago. And when I say not that long ago, I'll say 10 years ago that there was nowhere near the attention paid in the lead up to the schedule being announced like there is now. There are dedicated social media sites to this NFL schedule. And everybody's trying to dig to try to get the information. My preference would actually be, we talk about it, but the league doesn't divulge anything, and they do it all in one fell swoop. Now, that isn't what the league's going to do. The league's going to leak, like they've this week with their network partners. They're going to create some of these big moments on the Today Show, and I don't even know where they're breaking some of this other stuff or announcing some of the other stuff. But they're going to, put some games out there for sure. Washington's never played on Christmas Day. They've played many times on Christmas Eve, including a playoff game on Christmas Eve back in 1972 against the Packers at RFK Stadium. But they have been one of the teams that has never played on Christmas Day. But they are going to play on Christmas Day this year, and it's going to be against their, arch rivals. Certainly, we still feel about them that way, even if the feeling isn't necessarily mutual. But, man, one of the things you've seen with some of the actual reports, and if some of the other, reports out there are now kind of getting confirmed and are true, you're starting to see, once again, it doesn't matter if the Cowboys are good or bad or perceived to be good or bad. They're just going to continue to get all of these high-profile games. They are still a massive draw in the sport. They're going to open with Philly on Thursday Night Football, first game of the year, and they're going to play the Chiefs on Thanksgiving, and they're going to play the Skins on Christmas Day. So, I don't know. How does everybody feel? Like when we did that poll last week, Max, let me go look at the results. Remember, I put the poll out. Do you prefer Thanksgiving, Christmas, or neither?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, here it is. Thanksgiving was 45.3% of the vote.
Ooh.
Neither was 33.5% of the vote. And Christmas was 21.2% of the vote. So, a healthy sample size, and 1 out of 5 basically are okay with Christmas Day. And look, if you're especially if you're in a house that celebrates Christmas with young kids, it's not in the morning. Again, they're not playing it in the morning.
True.
They are playing it in the afternoon. And but yeah, pretty wild that Washington's going to play Dallas on Christmas. But that's the NFL now. We're going to see a triple header, I think, every Christmas Day. The NFL has basically said to the NBA, yeah, no, hold my drink, please. You guys are done. And the thing that I don't like about what the NFL is doing now is they're also now telling college football, yeah, we love you, and we're essentially in many ways, not financially tied, but we are partners in so many ways. But our product is going to go where we tell, it to go. And that means, sorry, but Black Friday is no longer, your day exclusively. And on that third Saturday of December 20th, where you will have a triple header of first round playoff games, you're going to have a double header of NFL games, including Washington and Philadelphia. Somebody said to me, is that a prime time game? I don't think it is. I think that those Saturday games will be 1 o'clock and 4:30. That's my guess. With Washington then playing the following Thursday on Christmas Day, it's more than ample enough time. Washington doesn't have technically 2 short weeks. They're going to play a Thursday night football game. Wouldn't surprise me if it's like on the road. Somebody like Green Bay at Lambeau seems like, a possibility. In my mock, I had a Thursday night game at Minnesota early in the season. Wouldn't surprise me if the Thursday night game is early in the season for Washington. But the Christmas Day game is not technically the super short week because they're going to play on Saturday and then Thursday rather than Sunday and Thursday. So they'll have a Sunday, Thursday, I think early in the season on Thursday night, and then late in the season. Okay. We can talk schedule all we want. I like this stuff. It looks like, according to the reports, the Giants in the opener, that's not official. That is a Jersey report, correct? Somebody that's kind of leaked out the Giants schedule, Max. Is that what it is?
Yeah, I saw the leak, a leak of like the first 4 games for the New York Giants.
Art Stapleton.
Yeah, I think that was the same account.
NorthJersey.com. He also writes for USA Today. He's got 104,000, followers, and he's got the Giants. How about this if you're the Giants? If this is true, at Washington week 1, at Dallas week 2, the Chiefs at home on Sunday Night Football week 3, the Chargers at home week 4, and then the Eagles on Thursday Night Football week 6. My
Good
God,
luck.
how many primetime games are the Eagles going to have? Seems like everything that's been leaked has been an Eagles primetime game.